Traffic to Buckingham Palace will quickly be capable of see even greater of its treasures than ever. Earlier than tensions ran excessive at the back of the grand doors of Buckingham Palace as Princess Anne stepped into the spotlight to read the late Queen's ultimate will, unleashing a whirlwind of secrets and surprises. The royal-owned family holds its breath as the will famous shocking selections about treasured estates, priceless jewelry, and deeply private heirlooms. What legacy did the Queen depart in the back of, and how will it reshape the monarchy? Get ready for an emotional roller coaster, because the destiny of the royal circle of relatives hangs inside the balance, the destiny of Buckingham Palace and other estates. Whilst we reflect on consideration on the British royal circle of relatives, Buckingham Palace regularly involves thoughts. This grand constructing, with its iconic balcony and delightful gardens, is not only a domestic, it's a symbol of the monarchy. However, after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, many humans are curious approximately what's going to take place to Buckingham Palace and the other royal estates. Buckingham Palace has served as the legit residence of the monarch. Due to the fact 1837 is a place in which history has opened up, from grand ceremonies to quiet own family moments with the Queen's passing, there are questions about its destiny. Will it stay the principal royal house, or will it trade palms as Princess Anne reads the past due Queen's will? We will most effectively believe the discussion so that it will take region, most of the royal family. Every other well-known estate is Windsor Castle, regarded for its beautiful structure, and Rich records it as the oldest inhabited castle in the globe and has been a royal home. For nearly 1,000 years, the Queen frequently spent weekends there enjoying the peace and beauty of the area. The fate of Windsor Castle is just as important as that of Buckingham Palace. Will it remain a royal residence, or will it emerge as more open to the public then? There may be Sandringham House, a beloved retreat for the royal family each Christmas. The royals accumulate there to rejoice collectively. This property has a more private feel, and it is in which many circle of relatives traditions take vicinity. The future of Sandringham is also uncertain. Will it remain a family getaway, or will it be used otherwise within the future years? Because the royal-owned family navigates these questions, the significance of those estates becomes even clearer. They may be not just homes, they hold recollections, traditions, and deep connection to the records of the monarchy. Each estate tells its personal tale, and the selections made about them will form the destiny of the royal family. Princess Anne's analyzing of the Queen's will may screen insights into how these residences can be managed. Will they be surpassed down to future generations, or will there be adjustments in how they may be used? The solutions may want to impact the royal family's public image and their connection to the humans of Britain. The destiny of Buckingham Palace and different estates is set extra than simply bricks and mortar. It's approximately preserving the legacy of the monarchy alive whilst adapting to the times as we watch this unfold. We will best desire that something selections are made will honor the beyond, create a shiny future for the royal-owned family, the Queen's private jewelry. Theory sparks. Circle of relatives debate. Queen Elizabeth II become known for her beautiful jewelry series filled with pieces that advise stories of history, love, and lifestyle, from the dazzling crown jewels to private items. Her collection became no longer just about splendor, it represented the monarchy's legacy. Now that she has surpassed away her private jewelry series has grown to be a subject of dialogue. A few of the royal circle of relatives. The Queen's jewelry changed into regularly seen throughout public events, sparkling on her as she greeted global leaders or attended grand ceremonies. But her personal collection changed into greater non-productive, full of sentimental portions that had deep biscorio, which means for her and her circle of relatives. Those encompass gifts from cherished ones, inheritor S, exceeded down via generations, and portions that mark significant moments in her existence. The query nows who will inherit those valuable gadgets. As Princess Anne reads the overdue Queen's will, tension rises. A number of the own family. Each member has their personal ideas about which portions need to visit whom. Princess Anne, regarded for her robust will and practicality, may additionally have her personal mind on how the jewelry ought to be divided. A few family individuals may additionally feel entitled to sure portions due to their ancient importance or private connections. To the Queen, for instance. The famous Queen Mary's fringe tiara is a piece that holds great value. It became worn via the Queen on her wedding day and has been visible on many royal events. Who will get such an iconic piece? The debate should result in disagreements, as own family contributors weigh their emotional ties to the jewelry against its historic importance. In addition, a few portions inside the series may additionally constitute a more contemporary, imaginative, and prescient. For the monarchy, for instance, the Queen had jewel redesigned in collaboration with modern-day artists. The next generation may additionally want to keep those current pieces in the circle of relatives to reveal the monarchy's evolution. This preference to combo culture with modernity may want to result in similarly discussion and war of words. Moreover, the public is also watching carefully the royal family has continually had a complicated dating with the media and the controversy over the jewelry. Series ought to come to be a story that captures attention. How the own family handles this case could affect their photograph and connection with the public. Destiny, as they navigate this sensitive debate, they must find a manner to honor the Queen's reminiscence at the same time as considering their own goals and the legacy. They want to uphold something. Selections are made, they will go away, an enduring mark on the monarchy and its position in British society. Sentimental heirlooms, while a person passes away, the gadgets they leave at the back of often keep exceptional sentimental cost. These items are more than just fabric possessions. They bring about memories, emotions, and a deep connection to the person that owned them. For Queen Elizabeth II, her sentimental heirlooms have been treasures, full of testimonies of her notable lifestyles, from earrings to uncommon books and own family. Antiques, those objects were more than simply precious. They had been symbols of records and love. The Queen's non-public collection of heirlooms protected personal gadgets that had been passed down through generations. These weren't the crown jewels or respectable royal belongings, however. And these two royal belongings, together with each other, demonstrate their value and their need for visualization. As a substitute personal treasures that held emotional significance, every piece advised a tale from a love bracelet, proficient through her father to vintage furnishings that had been within the family for centuries. These heirlooms represented her connection to her ancestors, her reign, and her own family. One of the maximum superb aspects of those sentimental heirlooms was the thoughtfulness with which the Queen determined who could inherit them. It wasn't pretty much giving items to the subsequent in line for the throne. It became about passing on reminiscences and ensuring every piece found a home with someone who would. Cost its that means, for example. Certain portions of jewelry, inclusive of brooches and tiaras, were carefully allocated to family contributors, whose personal connection to the Queen changed into obvious. Every item became a mirrored image of. Her love and trust among those heirlooms had been personal gadgets like handwritten letters and family photographs. These treasures provided a glimpse into the Queen's private world, far eliminated from the public eye. They had been a reminder of her role, now not simply as a monarch. However, as a mom, grandmother, and notable grandmother, those reputedly easy items carried an experience of heat and intimacy that no sum of money ought to ever fit, because the Queen's will was read. The sentimental heirlooms became a supply of each. Joy and debate inside the own family. Some items like a tiara worn at her coronation carried colossal historic significance, while others, like a locket with a picture of her kids, have been in basic terms non-public. Deciding who might inherit those objects turned into no smooth mission, as every member of the family had their personal memories tied to them in the end. The Queen's sentimental heirlooms showed that legacy is not just about wealth or energy. It's about the stories we leave behind. These gadgets, rich with history and love, will preserve to attach the royal circle of relatives to their past, at the same time as shaping their future. Princess Anne faces the weight of revealing circle of relative secrets and techniques within the will. When Queen Elizabeth II exceeded away, it left the royal-owned family and a nation of each grief and uncertainty. The various many responsibilities that followed, Princess Anne determined herself in a completely unique and difficult function as she organized to read her mom's will. She knew that this moment could no longer most effectively monitor the Queen's desires, but additionally discover family secrets and techniques that were stored hidden for years. Princess Anne, known for her robust person and experience of duty, understood the importance of this task. The need was greater than just a criminal record. It was a mirrored image of the Queen's values and her hopes for her family's future. But it also contained touchy records that might stir feelings and disagreements among circle of relatives members as she approached this second. There has been a heavy weight on her shoulders. The analyzing of the need become a personal affair, but the anxiety within the room turned into palpable. Circle of relatives contributors accrued every with their own expectations and hopes about what the desire may reveal. Would there be surprises? Would a few circle of relatives, individuals experience slighted? Princess Anne felt the strain of these questions as she prepared to percentage the contents of the file. One of the most widespread factors of the desire become the weight addressed. The distribution of the Queen's non-privy objects, even as royal estates and official belongings had been already known. The personal possessions held deep non-public. That means, might positive heirlooms go to unique circle of relatives, individuals? Or might they be shared in a way that honored the Queen's legacy? Princess Anne knew that revealing those info may want to cause emotional reactions. As she began to examine feelings ran excess of a few circle of relatives, participants felt joy at receiving cherished gadgets, whilst others struggled with feelings of jealousy or unhappiness. The Queen's cautious choices in her will were meant to promote unity, however. The reality of own family dynamics often complicates such intentions. Princess Anne had to navigate those emotions with grace, and understanding, knowing that her mother was hoping for concord among her youngsters. At some stage in the reading, Princess Anne additionally confronted the threat of disclosing family secrets, and techniques, some gadgets within the will would possibly display hidden memories or relationships that were safe personal. This introduced every other layer of complexity to her venture. Could the revelations bring the circle of relatives nearer collectively, or might they devise rifts that might last for years? Princess Anne closed the desire. She felt a mixture of relief and problem. She had venerated her mom's needs. However, she additionally understood that the path ahead is probably rocky. The reading of the need became just